Hi everybody, it's Lighten Up Your Life with me, Lisa T, RMT, Positive Energy. We're coming at you today with hopefully a little mix. My intention is to mix in something to do with the mind, mix that in with how that relates to our body. So I'm going to do a little bit of a reading from The Journey to the Heart from Melody Beattie, which is based in 12-step recovery of codependency, but it's basically self-love. And it's very much tied into trauma related responses, and then we can also tie that into the body, into how that manifests in the body. There's a beautiful book out there called The Body Keeps Score. So our body does, like, things get stuck. Hence when, if you're, I spoke about in my last video, we can feel punched in the gut when someone says something to us, or we say, they're a real pain in the, or what a pain in the neck you're being, like we subconsciously put things in our body. And if you really tap in, and you're looking back and focusing on a moment in time where you had an experience that was an uncomfortable experience or something, if you really focus in that moment, and then I ask you, where do you feel it in your body, you're going to find a spot. Your mind is going to go somewhere. Maybe it's in your shoulders, maybe it's in your stomach, and then that can be related to digestive issues, tight neck or tight back or chronic leg pain or whatever. So just to say that it's all tied in to each other. Trauma, recovery, addictions, the body, pain, suffering of any kind. So I'm hoping, I haven't looked ahead at this reading, so I'm hoping that something is going to allow me to riff off into the body after I do this reading. So what are we at? September 30th, right? All right, February, March, where are we at? October, September 30th. Okay, perfect. Oh, ha, ha. Amazing. You're a healer. That's what it's titled. September 30th. You're a healer. The healing you give to the world can happen as gracefully and naturally as the pine trees touch and heal with their life, their presence, arousing your senses. They fill you with their fragrance. Their presence changes your energy, calms your fears, and lets you know all is well. This is going to absolutely tie into the body stuff. Yes, thank you, higher powers, thank you, God. Okay, so their presence changes your energy. So it's talking about pine trees. You can go out in nature, and the presence of being, being in the presence of nature helps calm us, helps ground us. Presence, that's paying attention to it. That's being in the moment. So when we are stretching and taking care of our bodies, we are showing up for our muscles. So I'm not going to demonstrate a stretch here. You can go back in my videos. There's lots of videos about stretching your neck, stretching your back. There's more to come with that. But what I want to do is encourage you to do more stretching, by giving you an understanding about why we stretch and what this is all about, especially mixed in with massage therapy. Going for a massage, when you're going for a massage, you want to be fully in your body. And hopefully your massage therapist is paying close attention to those tight areas, giving it a lot of attention, which is going to, where attention goes, energy flows. So areas that are tight are blocked. There's blocked energy. So when we're stretching, you want to really, you want to do a stretch session and really show up for your body, show up for your muscles. And you want to do this on a daily basis. We brush our teeth once a day, right? Or twice a day. We eat once or twice or 3 times a day, right? There's a frequency to everything we do. We shower once a day. We get dressed once a day. We put on our pajamas once a day. How many times do you look at your phone? Can you please, if you do all of these things, if there's a whole bunch of these things that you do once a day, can you please take care of your body once a day? Can you please give back to your body? Your body is giving to you always. Your body is helping you brush your teeth. Your body is showing up for you to walk you to work, to walk you to your car, to drive your car. Your eye muscles are showing up to help you see the world. Your ears are showing up for you to help you hear the world around you. My mouth and my vocal cords right now, everything is working so that I can speak this message to you. So we want to thank our bodies at the end of the day. Thank you and give back. It's a relationship that you have with your body. Relationships work best when they're mutual, when they're balanced. So if this body is giving to you all day and you don't give back to it, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have pain because the body is going to start screaming. Muscles are going to start screaming like a 16-year-old girl who her parents tell her she can't have any allowance this week and she can't go to the mall. She's going to freak out like life is over. These are children inside, you know, and they're going to respond like a life or death situation when we're not paying attention, when their needs are not getting met. And they have a need. Your body, your muscles, it has a need for you to show up and pay attention and get presence. Give it presence. The same way that we get present when we're in nature. And when we do that, things calm down, the fears calms down, and it changes the energy. It says it right here. So when we show up for our muscles and we start stretching our neck out at the end of the day, a lot of people sitting at desk jobs or even standing all day, that's gonna, and for me as a massage therapist, when I go at the end of the day and I mentally visualize and go inside with my mind and I go into that muscle as I'm stretching it, you can feel there's like a tension and you can feel it. It could even feel a little bit painful to stretch that out, but stay with it. Stay present with it. Let that energy move. Let it start to shift, and it's not going to happen like that. We got it at least 30 seconds. There's a physiological, biological thing that happens at 30 seconds when you're stretching a muscle. So here's a muscle. I had a cord here that was so perfect. When you're stretching a muscle, there's a thing that happens. Okay, so here's a muscle joins two bones. It's always between two bones. A muscle is never on, there's no muscle that goes bone to bone on the same bone. It goes from one bone to another bone, okay? So if this is my shoulder, let's say it's here in my shoulder. So if this muscle is tight all day, it's tight like this all day, okay? When we stretch it, okay, it's gonna stretch and it's gonna open up at a certain point. It's gonna take 30 seconds. At first, it's just holding. It's kind of like the free fall. So if I'm standing here and this is my friend hanging off a cliff and I'm slowly letting them down, I'm slowly letting them down, I'm slowly letting them down, but I'm letting them hang. I'm letting them hang and I'm still holding on. That's what the muscle does. It lets it go, but it's still holding because it doesn't want you to fall. After 30 seconds, the muscle says, oh, you're serious, you got this, you're not gonna fall, it's okay, it's safe, basically, and then it goes, oh, and it lets go a little bit after the 30 seconds. So when you're stretching that muscle, you wanna wait at least, this is the muscle, this is my upper traps right now, my demonstration. So you want to wait 30 seconds at least. So 30 seconds, you hit that 30-second mark, and then there's a physiological response inside the nervous system, inside your body, with the muscle fibers and the axons and everything going on in there, and then it lets go a little bit. So that's when the stretch actually happens, is after the 30 seconds. So you want to stay in it a little bit longer after that. Go back, find a stretch and practice what I just said in that. So, and it's about being present with it. It's about being present with your body, giving back, paying attention, letting that energy move. Your presence will help the energy move. Your presence will help calm it. Just like when we're out in nature. So their presence, they're talking about the pine trees, their presence changes your energy when you're out in nature. It calms your fears and lets you know all is well. This muscle is acting, that tight muscle is saying all is not well. Lisa or Tom or Mike or Susan is not paying attention. They're not paying attention to the subtle cues that I'm saying, this muscle saying, hey, I need a break. Hey, I need stretching. Hey, I need, maybe you're getting a headache and so you're not paying attention. You're just like, oh, I'll take a Tylenol. But the muscle's saying, hey, it's trying, the only way the body can talk to us is through pain. So it's trying to give us little messages to say, hey, pay attention to me, take care of me. This is too much for me. I've been sitting like this too long. I need some care. I need some love. I need you to give back to me. But we ignore it. And then so the muscle has no option but to, and it goes into like a traumatic, it has a trauma response, and it bears down and it says no more. And so then it tightens and it clenches, and that can be a spasm in a muscle, and that feels very painful. A video I just did, people will say I threw my back out. All that's happening is a muscle is spasming, because it's like this to you. It's like I've been knocking and knocking and knocking and knocking, and you've been ignoring and ignoring and ignoring. So as a final result, the last straw, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. You're not even doing anything big. You just move a certain way, and all of a sudden, because it's the straw that broke the camel's back, the muscle said enough is enough. And so it tightens so that it immobilizes you because you haven't been paying attention. It wanted you to stop doing that thing, but you weren't paying attention, so it does it for you. So this is how important it is to stretch. And when we stretch and take care of our bodies, I was just watching a post, or something popped up on my phone, and it was about, teaching kids about math and science, and their times tables, and the process to do, long division and all this. And I was like, oh, in schools, like I feel like 50% of schooling should be teaching about their bodies and how to take care of this one vehicle that you're going to have your whole entire life. 2 people get a car in 2000. 2 people get the exact same car. It's perfect. They're both in the exact same condition. One person takes care of the car and one person doesn't. 10 years later, one person still is driving a car that's like brand new, and the other person's is falling apart. Now we're in a medical system where they can give you a new knee, they can give you a new hip, but it's not like the original. Trust me, and there's complications that come with that too. So it's simply we just take care of our body at the end of every day. If you brush your teeth once a day, stretch your body once a day. If you can find the time to brush your teeth, and you can find the time to take 3 minutes to stretch, just right before bed, before you're getting into your bed at night, just get on the floor. Just take that one. You're about to get into bed. Oh, I'm so tired. You can take 3 more minutes for yourself. You matter that much. Your body is worth it. Is it not? Do you want to be pain-free when you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s? I have clients that come to me and they're 35, 38, and they're like, yeah, well, I've got pain in my back, but well, I know it's because I'm getting old. I'm like, who told you this? Where did this concept come into your head? Who implanted this belief system in you? It's not true. Take care of things and they'll take care of you. Okay. I'm a little bit passionate about this stuff. Just a little. Okay. Second paragraph here. You are a healer. So, know you can stand tall. I've got to cancel this. Someone's trying to call me. Okay. So, know you can stand tall, and you can stand tall and free. You're going to feel lighter when you're taking care of your body. When you're doing your stretches, your body's going to feel lighter. The same way you feel after a massage, you're going to feel lighter. So your head will be taller. So you can stand tall. Joyfully be who you are. When we have pain in our bodies, we are constricted by that pain. We're going to be angry, short-tempered, easily frustrated, when there's pain in our body, when we're suffering with something. So when we're free of that, we can be more available to those around us with a loving, open heart. So, and you can be more of who you are, and not someone who is driven by pains in their bodies and complications in their bodies. So know you can stand tall. Joyfully be who you are and grow where you are. You have the ability to touch those around you in ways that heals them without hurting or draining you. So we can also be of service to others. I can be of service to you more when I'm taking care of myself. We've got to take care of ourselves so we can take care of others. And when we're doing that, it's not draining. When we take care of ourselves, we won't feel drained. I often feel drained, and I know it's because I haven't been taking care of myself. And just so I'm passionate about this stuff, but I fall flat too. I fall flat at times too, and I'm a human, but I get back on track, and I get back on track. And luckily, when you're doing lots of stretching, when you've had stretching in your life for a long period of time, and then you haven't stretched for a month, when you begin stretching again, your body will remember, and you can get back into your deep stretches more easily and faster as well. Okay, so one of your gifts to yourself and to the world is that of a healer. We're all healers. We're all healers. This system, this body, the first thing the body will do is survive. And most of us are walking around surviving. So you got to do the work. You got to do the work so we can get out of fight or flight and recognize we're in a safe environment. We got to do that inner work so we can feel safe, so we're not in fight or flight. So that when we're driving in traffic, our system isn't saying, oh my God, I need to survive. So when a bill comes in the mail, we're not like, oh my God, I need to survive. When we're not stressed out and in fight or flight. Because if we're in fight or flight, we're not in heal, which is the second thing the body would do. First thing the body will do is survive. Once it knows it doesn't have to survive and it's okay, it will heal. It's what it does. So we're all healers. And when you show up in your world as someone who takes care of yourself, that falls off on other people. It's contagious. Okay. One of your gifts to yourself and to the world is that of a healer. You don't have to force it or strive to make it happen. This is another thing. You don't have to strive. It doesn't have to be something you force. It's not something forceful. It happens gently and naturally when you love and accept who you are. So when you're showing up for yourself and you're doing your stretches, I promise you there's a byproduct, a natural byproduct that'll make you feel more confident and comfortable and safe in your own body and skin. You just feel better. And then you can show up in your world as someone that's free of self-consciousness. Oh, I'm so self-conscious, and what happens there? And I'm free of that, trepidation and fear that so many of us have in our lives. as we go out into the world. Okay, so open to your healing powers, your ability to heal yourself and those around you. You can heal. Receive this gift with joy. Receive it. It's yours for the receiving, but you got to take action. This life, this healing journey is an action step journey. All recovery programs, all 12-step recovery programs are all about action. Action, action, action. We've got to do that new behavior. Joe Dispenza talks about that. You know, we get trapped in these old behaviors, these habits of ours. That's what a muscle will do too. That's why it takes a while to decompress it, because it's gotten in a bad habit of being tight. When your shoulders are up like this for, 2 years, you can't go for one massage and expect them to drop and be all good, because they've gotten in a bad habit and it's a comfort zone. Even though it's not good for them, they're familiar. It's familiar. An abused woman will continue to go back to her abuser if that's all she's ever known, because it's familiar. Not that it's good for her, not that it's safe, but it's familiar, and there's some sense of security and familiarity. So share it freely. So receive this gift. So this gift is yours to heal. Share it freely with all you meet. Open to your healing powers, and you will cherish your past, all you have gone through and done. Oh my gosh, this reading is so perfect. I just did an intense therapy session, and it was kind of like an end point to some deep work we've been doing. Again, I mean, I've been doing deep work all along for over a decade, over 15 years now, I think. And yes, my past, everything that has happened. I was walking in nature this afternoon, and I was like, all of my past has finally, every piece of it has become my gift. And that's been along my healing journey. I've noticed some of them have been gifts because it's shown me something. It's helped me heal in some way. It's helped me evolve in some way because I've dug into it, and dug into the healing journey and the recovery journey and the therapeutic journey, trauma healing journey. And so those pieces now, I see it. They were all a gift because it's brought me here to you, to, preach and teach from my personal experience. I'm not teaching you from, or I'm not passing on from something I read in, some science thing, yes, sure, my education has helped, but speaking from my personal experience, I know has been my greatest gift to help those around me. So open to your healing powers, and you will cherish your past, everything you've gone through. Open to this, open to the journey. And if you keep opening and opening again and opening again, you'll start to recognize, I talked about this in another video, start to recognize your empowerment in things, and we'll get out of victim mentality into embodiment. Feel it in the body. This is why we go into the body. Feel where those stuck energies are. Maybe that's a thing from your past. When I'm massaging people, I'm an energy reader, and I can muscle reader. I can read stuff and sense that it came from mom or dad, or I get lots of visions and stuff. So that energy is stuck in there. And when we share it, and when we show up for those parts, when we show up for those body parts and those parts of ourselves from the past, we get to a spot where we can cherish everything we've gone through and everything we've done. So there we go. All right. So here is your reading, or little saying for today. They used to be prayers in another book, but so affirmation for today. Who you are is love, and what love does is heal. Lisa Love. Lisa Love. Lighten up your life with Lisa. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also, please hit that subscribe button. The more subscribers I get, the more that the algorithm will spread this out, and the more people that I can help through my heart of love and my personal experience on the healing journey. Thanks for watching. I love you all.